All right, you guys, so these next 3 weeks, we're gonna work on escaping the back, staying safe, things like that. So, I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite escapes and one that I find to be a really, like a high percentage. Well, it works, I guess, or however you want to say it.
It's the only one I use in the gi.
So, and this is, I mean, still works in no gi, of course, but I like this one in the gi specifically. So, oh, just this is fine. So you guys, so my partner has a seatbelt, right? And so the arm that's over my shoulder, we're gonna call this the bucket side or the choking arm, right? And this other side, this other is just gonna be the underhook. So I like to go to the underhook side, you guys. So check it out. So first things first, when someone's taking my back, I'm always gonna make sure I'm protecting my neck first. I wanna be super safe. So what I'll do is I'll take my hands, you guys, no thumbs, and I'm gonna grab I'm just gonna grab kind of close to his wrist, where I can get my fingers in, the choking arm, and I'm just gonna pull it down. Just give me a little bit of space, right? So from here, I wanna pick the side, right, if I can, and I wanna go to the underhook side. Now this is what's gonna happen when we go. Hold on. So when I go, you guys, I wanna make sure we're gonna get a nice wide base. And I'm also gonna make sure that when I roll to the side, I'm not looking down at the mat, I wanna continue looking up. So as I go, I'm getting onto this hip, right, the side I'm falling on. Now this top leg, you guys, I'm gonna do this nice big stomp. So now I have a super, super solid wide base. This is why, because my partner would love to be able to get me to the other side on that choking arm side. But with this base, it's gonna be super difficult for him to do that. Because if I go like this, if I just keep my legs narrow, it's really easy. And then it's kind of all over from there. Yep. Yeah, this way? Sure. So you guys, as soon as I get to this side, right? I'm gonna make sure, look, I'm looking up and I just have this nice wide base, just like this. And this leg is just kicking it on the bottom. I'm not trying to have my hips like up towards the sky. So from here, you guys, my next problem is his head. Because I want my head on the mat. And his head's in the way. So there's a couple ways, you guys. One, I could be super duper mean and just use my head to grind his head out of the way, which I wouldn't mind. But we're gonna be nice to our partners today. So I'm gonna take my hand that's closest to his head. And I'm just gonna take now, you guys, make sure your fingers are like, your palm is on like the top of his head. So we're not eye poking, right? I don't wanna reach through and stick my fingers in his eye. So I wanna make sure my fingers are on top of his head. And I'm just gonna have my palm to his forehead. I'm gonna push it out of the way, and as soon as I do, look, I shimmy up a little bit, and I'm just gonna put my head on the ground. Now check it out, you guys. I didn't lose my base. My base is still super wide. I'm still protecting my neck. Now, the trick is, you guys, I need to make sure that I can see my partner out of the peripheral of my inside eye. And this is why. Because if I can't, the choke is still really there, and it's a real threat. If I can't see him, and my head is on the ground, he's not choking me, and I don't care if he has the best grips in the world. It's not gonna work. So we're gonna try that first. So again, you guys, for this particular technique, we can start right here. So partners get on their back and get a seatbelt grip.
Partners, put your chin on their shoulder.
Yeah, because
and before you ask which one, get there first. You'll see which one when you get your grips.
It's awkward to put your head on.
Exactly.
So once again, you guys, look, I'm taking both my hands, putting my fingers in, no thumbs, and I'm putting my fingers inside, and I'm just clamping my elbows down and just holding onto that arm. Yep. So, you guys, once we have the choking arm, I'm gonna go to the side, and when I do, I'm going to the underhook side. And when I do, I'm gonna make sure I get my nice wide base. And sometimes their head's not there, great. But if it is there, we're gonna address it. So again, remember, no fingers in the eyes, you guys. Make sure we're putting our fingers on top of his head, and I just have my palm on his forehead. And I'm just gonna push it out of the way, and look, I push up a little bit to make sure my head's on the mat. And even if it's not exactly touching the mat, I'm pretending like it is, and I can see him out of the corner of my inside eye. And we're gonna stop right here. You guys wanna try that a couple times? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
All right, guys, check this out. Yeah. I do this a lot when people are on my back, right? It doesn't matter. Get the choke. No, actually, you do the other side. Sorry, what was saying. Get the choke. Okay. Sometimes people will catch the collar in transition to your back, right? So then you'll land here, right? Don't panic. Do everything the same. But what I like to do is when I get safe, I like to make them waste energy, right? So get safe again. Look, my kickstand's out. Boom. I'm protecting the choking arm. I'll post post on our forehead, get my head to the ground, right? Now, from here, I'll act like I'm trying to fight the choke, and I'll make funny noises, right? Because, like, watch this, guys. Wait, first, choke me, Neville, choke me. Like, actually choke me.
Oh, okay.
Don't lean.
Okay. I'm back.
Right? Now, she can catch me here, right? But if I can see her out of the corner of my eye, now she can't catch me. So now watch this. What I do is this. She starts squeezing, and I go, because when anybody's choking you hears those sounds, they go 100% because they think they can finish it. So they're going to burn their grips out, right? Guys, next time you get into this position, you get to these positions, have your partner get a collar choke on you, get the back of your head to the ground so you can see them out of the inside of your eye, and remove your hands and see if they can choke you as long as you stay in that position, okay? That was it.
You make those sounds like
I do that all the time. I love it.
I get nervous. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, those are real accurate sounds.
A lot of practice.
But if it's your friend,
In jiu-jitsu.
you're not going to keep it. Yeah, so what do they have a seatbelt, you guys, or they have the grip? We're going to keep ourselves safe. So we're getting safe first, right? So I want to be able to get to the underhook side. So as I go to the side, I'm going to make sure I get my nice wide base. Now, like I said, we can use our head to get it out of the way, but we're going to be nice. So remember, just make sure your fingers are not in their eyes, basically. I'm going to push this head out of the way, and I push up a little bit and make sure my head is on the mat, or at least almost touching, and I can see him out of the corner of my eye. Now from here, you guys, I don't care about his legs, right? But I don't care about both legs. I care about the top leg. Because how many of us know what happens if my partner loses the back? What is he immediately going to do? They're almost 100% going to go to mount, right? As soon as they know the back is gone. So we're going to stop that shit. So what we're going to do is, you guys, my top arm, I'm not going to start moving it away from my body. My arm, exactly where it is, I'm just going to let go of the choking grip, and I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to get a grip either at the knee or below, just like this, with a nice frame. So now if he tries to go to mount, even if he brings that leg over, I don't care. He's not going to be able to get to mount. So now it's time to get out. Now it's time to worry about this bottom hook. So from here, you guys, I'm going to start to shimmy off and and push myself up as well while I still see my partner the entire time. And then I'm going to stop as soon as my tailbone is on my partner's leg. He's stuck. He's not going to mount. What? He's not going to mount, and he's not going to be going to my back now. So my tailbone is like right on his knee. I can feel it. So if he tries to move, no way. So you guys, the escape is super, super easy after this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to start to keep my strong frame, start to stiff arm, and I'm going to start to shimmy my body off, scoot my body off of him. And then as soon as I'm off, I'm going to bridge into my partner. And then as I bridge, I'm going to make sure I turn my hips towards his. I'll walk up a little bit while keeping this stiff arm, you guys. I don't want him to be able to turn back into me after all that hard work. And then from here, my free arm, I like to bring it over his hip. And then I'll go behind his head for a nice side control, like just a basic side control. But remember when we're doing that, you guys, when we're transitioning into a side control, don't just let everything go. You know what I'm saying? Keep everything really tight. Kind of climb up your partner.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
Get to the front all the way.
Huh? Yeah. What do you want me to?
Turn right here.
Ooh, okay. Wait, go here?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So guys, check this out. Now,
What, you want me to get
don't even worry about any of that.
Okay.
If you watch, guys, I have my bottom hook in, right? As Natalie starts shimmying out, turning her hips to the sky and moving down my leg, watch what happens to this hook. It can't stay up. That's what gets that bottom hook off. Your body does what going down that leg with your tailbone. That make sense? Right? That's all I want to show them.
Okay, sure.
Right?
Yeah. So again, you guys, just do the whole thing here. So like I said, whether they have the grips or just the seat belt, it's always the same thing, protecting my neck. I can do the side that I like, give me a nice base. And if his head moves out of the way, cool, because he maybe knows my head's coming, that's fine. My head's on the mat. Now, I'm going to let go. You guys, I'm pretty safe right here. He's not going to be able to choke me. But I still like to keep one hand on that arm just for protection. So the other hand, you guys, I'm going to let go. And look, I'm going to either grab at the knee or below. It's strong, keeping a nice frame. So now, my frame is going to get stronger and a little bit further away from me as I'm scooting off. And I'll stop right here for a second on his knee, like my tailbone is right directly on his knee. Now, as I continue to scoot off, you guys, I'm going to bridge into my partner. And I like to turn my hips towards his hips. From here, I'm just going to push myself back close to his armpit. I'm going to block his hip, climb up into a nice side control. You guys want to give that a try? Pretty easy? Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. I went off the
Thanks,
screen.
dude.
I know.
You got that camera presence.
I don't know if I have. All right, you guys. So again, whether he has his grips or he just has a seatbelt, always protecting the choking arm first, right? And you guys, I'm not just putting my fingers in there. I am getting I'm really pulling down, keeping my elbows nice and tight, okay? So now, when I go to my underhook side, which I love, I'm gonna get my nice base, and I'm getting my head towards the mat. So now from here, you guys, I wanna make sure that, well, his head's already out of the way, so that's perfect. And if it's not, we know how to move it. Now, some of you guys are having a little bit of trouble with the bridge, okay? So a couple things. So first of all, I'm gonna get my grip, like I'm gonna let go with the hand closest to his top leg, right? And don't, remember, we're not reaching our arm. We're keeping our arm away from our body. We're keeping it nice and tight. And I'm just moving the bottom half of my arm to get a grip at or below the knee. Now, from here.
No, go to that and then we'll change sides.
Okay, cool. So now from here, you guys, I'm keeping that frame so his leg can't follow me. And I'm shimmying off. Now, my tailbone is right on his knee. So some of you guys are trying to do the bridge.
This way.
Oh, so some of you guys are trying to do the bridge while you were still on their leg. That's not going to work. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to get all the way off of his leg. So it's not just a bridge. It's like really like a bridge, and like I'm kind of like
Rolling me up.
yeah, like a bread roller, right? I really like rolled my partner over to his side. I like keeping this grip. And now I'll move my hips up towards his head, just so I have more space. Well, I can stop him from maybe bringing his knees in or maybe getting his guard back. I want to be as far away from his legs as I can. So I'll move up. And look, I just like to cover however I can his hips and get into side control and control my partner. So you guys, let's just do that a few more times, okay? And make sure you guys, that bridge, right? Make sure you're off the leg and you really bridge into them and you're using that as a nice stiff arm to make them roll away from you, okay? And make it nice and tight. Yeah? 1, 2, 3.